have you felt that you're not loved enough? Or either way, you feel that you are not loving other people enough the same way?
Yeah,
The question.
that's the question.
This is the question.
This is Marta, and I'm Tania, and this is Madelai. And today we are going to discuss this question surrounding love languages. And yes, there are times that I feel like I'm not loved enough because my love language is words of affirmation. And there are people that don't feel like writing a long letter about what they feel for me or spending, I don't know, an hour analyzing why they feel comfortable with me. How about you?
I think that, I made the test, and they say
Which test?
the test about Chapman's theory, who is the person who made the love language theory, and they say that my love language is quality time, and its second position is words of affirmation. So I pretty much relate to you because I've seen on TikTok and in everywhere around the corner. Everywhere you see how people tells you that you're not being loved enough and that you're not loving enough, that you're not giving all of your house, cars, and everything to this person. Or not only in romantic relationships, we're going to assess other types of relationships, being friends, family, everything, any human interaction.
Yeah, because a lot of people think that knowing your love language only helps you in your romantic relationship. And that it's not the case. It helps you even with professional environment, like in work. And it's important because it helps you to create empathy. You get to know not only other people's needs but only yours.
Yes.
It helps you to create that
environment. Environment, empathy about everything. And I think this leads to Chapman's theory, who said that love languages promote selflessness, and it's focused, as she said, it's focused to get out of your bubble and focus on other people's needs rather than your own, and this creates the sense of empathy. And I think this is a big value that a lot of people don't have. And I think that having this high emotional and intelligence helps you a lot in life. Being an introvert, extrovert, being whatever type of person you are, I think that being an empath helps you a lot. And I think you're taking the right way if you want to learn about love languages, about how you want to be loved. Of course, you are the first person to know. And of course, knowing the love languages of the significant people for you.
Yeah, and it's important to keep a balance from what I need, not create empathy towards others, but also that this balance between what I need and what other people need in order to have a healthy relationship. Because as an example, I'm not a very touchy person, but with my parents, they love to hug me and my sister, and we've come to an agreement that they can hug me, but when I told them that it's enough, they are going to stop, because I know that it's important for them to show me their love in that way, and I want to feel appreciated. And I know that that's the way that they make me feel appreciated, but it's not my favorite manner. And sometimes I will go with them and ask them, do you love me? They're like, yes, I love you. And okay, I just wanted to hear it. And keep that balance on what both sides need.
I think you kind of described two keywords here, which is boundaries, because you said boundaries with your parents, telling them, okay, I'm not very touchy, but if you want to hug me, it's only when I'm in the mood for it. And also communication, because you also have a different type of love language, which is asking them, do you actually love me? And that's literally so me, because I get to tell my parents and my partner and my friends to assure that they love me, and it's my way to feel loved. And I think this is key for conversation and to answer our early question about love languages, because I think that communication and boundaries are two first things that are hard for today's society, because we all may say, okay, communication, it's so easy to ask, just ask everyone, okay, how you want to be loved. But what if they're not this, what if they don't have this emotional intelligence to know themselves and to assure and identify what types of love languages they have, and maybe they're not comfortable in giving you that type of love language.
It also, it's not only communication, but knowing how to and be willing to modify your behavior to feel the other comfortable too. Because yes, you can listen what made others upset or what they want to receive, but if you only listen and you're like, okay, that's good for you, I can do that. No, you have to make an effort to make them feel loved if you really love that person, not only romantically speaking, but in friendships or with family. If you really want to make feel love the other person, you have to modify or make an effort. But I believe that in this point it also comes to the table the consent.
Of course.
Because yes, you can, like example, again me, if I don't feel comfortable enough to hug a person or hold hands, the other person may say, but you say that you wanted to try, why are you trying, you don't love me anymore. And it's not like that. We have to respect how the other person makes a progress in their way to make the others feel loved. I don't know what.
That's why it's very important to acknowledge boundaries and consent, because as you said before, I think this is very significant when someone is not very touchy and the other person is, their love language is physical touch, and it's like, I just want to hug you and I don't know, and kiss you and I don't know, feel you in that way. And maybe it's truly, I don't know, I think it's very important to acknowledge that, because perhaps in their heads they're overthinking, which is another bad thing to do. Because if you are communicating, there's no need for you to overthink.
Exactly.
And because if you have anything that is bothering you, it's very important to put it on the table, as you said. And another thing that Chapman's theory said and mentioned is that the love language theory will not resolve your relationship in any kinds, because there must be a certain maturity in a relationship for it to work. So love language theory, it's more like a complement to the relationship rather than a solution.
It's like a base.
You have a base and then you have something to improve it.
Exactly. And you ring the bell, the word overthink, because we have that information about love languages, but nowadays on the internet we have a lot of images, a lot of videos about love, and I find that beautiful that people are talking about love, but there are also downsides, that it's like this romanticization of love itself in all of its ways, because we may see, I don't know, we were talking about a TikTok that about a guy bought a car for his girlfriend, and some people may see that video and think, why hasn't my partner given me a car too? Even when their love language it's not receiving gifts or giving gifts, but they are seeing that people are feeling loved by that action, and they want to feel that loved, even if it's not by their own language, their own love language. They want just to feel as loved as they see that other people are loved. And
of course. I think they're setting this environment where you see all the comments and it's like, oh my gosh, I wish I had that, and you just get eaten up by this environment and idea that why do I not have a car yet? Like, why is, like, I don't know. I think to make this overthinking progress. And I think something very important to say as well is that perhaps that is your love language. Perhaps I don't know, receiving gifts and like having like a Bible paragraph of your partner saying, how much they love you and stuff, and why do they love you. And maybe I have to address that your partner perhaps is a very introverted person, or they don't know how to put words, and they don't know how to express it, and they don't perhaps, and this is very important as well, because if you have a relationship, being romantic or not, you don't know how high or how developed their emotional intelligence is. So I think that's very important to address, because of course you have to know that person and see, okay, this is not my boyfriend. The person who's giving a card to his girlfriend is not my boyfriend, it's not my partner.
Exactly.
So
that's not our relationship.
Yeah.
And that's not what I need or what the other
Yeah.
person can give me,
Yeah.
because we have to take that into consideration to what the other
Same.
person is able to give us, because
Yeah.
we can ask them something that they don't know how to or that they haven't learned yet how to.
And that's meaningful. I mean, having a card, it's meaningful for that girl because it's their partner. But if that person gives you a card, will that be meaningful for you? In the long way, it will be, okay, I have a card. But do you feel loved?
Exactly.
I mean, that's not the way you want to feel loved. So I think that's a big question that can take back.
And again, it's the communication on what I need, what the other people need, and when I think we can finish this
Wrap up.
little tag. Yeah, wrap up this little tag by those 2 points, that communication is key, and that
Consent and
Consent.
boundaries.
set boundaries with just to feel comfortable with yourself, feel loved by others, and also feel loved by you.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing.
Like putting boundaries, it's the first step to love yourself.
Yeah, of course. I mean, literally just sit on the table, sit on the couch, and talk with this significant other, being your mom, your friend, your romantic partner, and tell them, okay, I have this new theory, and I have this way to feel loved. I want to know more about how do you want to feel loved, and
Or if you are feeling loved.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we
don't
can-
feel that.
Yeah, we think that we are giving love, but maybe the other person is not seeing it in that way. So
Maybe that love is not meaningful, which is very important.
exactly that way to show it.
Yeah, that way. to
Because
show it.
love is important.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think we can wrap it up here.
Just
Thank you.
put it on the table and think about it and reflect on it.
What are your love languages?
Did you do the Chapman's theory tests?
Do it if you want to.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.